yo. What is up, everybody? It's your boy Leroy, and we are back with another episode of Kick It with the Crew. Sorry, everybody, for the wait, but appreciate all of you guys who have stuck with us, and we'll be back tonight. How my guys doing tonight? I got Zach with me and got our guy Matt. He is back. What is up, everybody? How y'all doing tonight?
Good, man.
Doing all right, man. Doing good.
There we go. So Matt hasn't been with us for a while, and he has not been all up to date with everything. But let's go ahead and get right into it, man. So obviously the season did not end the way any of us would have liked it to. Finished another season, barely missing the playoffs. Ended the season 8-9, and then we had a big, pretty much off season, the opposite of what we normally do. Ballard went out and actually signed some free agents and whatnot. Went out and signed Neville Gallimore, defensive tackle. Also brought in two big name free agents, being Cam Bynum, and then we also got a cornerback from the 49ers as well. And so I kind of started us off, jump started everywhere that we didn't really expect to see, but everybody wanted to see. Um, I don't know how most fans are feeling out there, but I know things have. It definitely took a huge jump for us with the offseason that we ended up having. And then as far as that goes, um, we had OTAs. Anthony Richardson, obviously, he needs to be as healthy as possible, but he had some shoulder soreness. He had to take some time off to finish out OTA. He did not finish, but a lot of guys have been looking really good in OTAs as far as that goes. We got the rookie tight end that we brought in, and then just everybody, doing normal OTAs. And as far as that goes, training camp is about to start up, so we're really going to jump into it and see how everything goes. But as far as the offseason goes, and then obviously we had our defensive coordinator change, which you already know about that one. But we brought in a lot of new pieces there as far as the coaching staff goes, and really hoping that things can change a lot for us defensively, because defensively we have not been good over the past couple of years, man.
I don't
No,
remember
let
the
me
last
cheat.
time we had a good defense.
No, has not been good at all. Zach, you had anything to add to that?
I'm actually more excited to see how the defense is this year than I am the offense. I mean,
Sure.
just, just from what I've read, like that cornerback Justin Willie that the Colts drafted in the third, he's getting a ton of hype. So, like, he's a guy who it makes you wonder, does he compete with Jones on the outside and take a corner spot? Or is he one to push Kenny Moore and make Kenny, actually earn his shit this year and potentially be a new nickel? I mean, it's interesting to see how they use him. Um, from what I've read, he could be a piece. He could be another player that, they can't keep off the field. Um, that has me excited. And then offensively, just with our receivers, I expect A.D. Mitchell to pop off this year. At least I hope. So having, four quality receivers is something the Colts haven't had in a minute.
Something I've been
And
asking for a while.
right. And hopefully it actually works out regardless of who the quarterback is.
Most definitely. So yeah, to that, man. Yeah, so we signed Daniel Jones 1 year, brought in that competition. Charvarius Ward, Cam Bynum at cornerback and safety. Then we also brought in Corey Ballantyne, another quarterback. Khalil Herbert, we brought him in at running back. Then we finally stopped playing around with Spencer Schrader and actually signed him. So he will be competing for the actual job this year. Then we lost Kylan Granson and Grant Stewart. And then, yeah, Tyler Warren was our first round pick, so tight end out of Penn State. Then we also signed some guys who I really liked was Jalen Travis, tackle, BJ Giddens at running back. We picked up Riley Leonard at quarterback, Tim Smith, defensive tackle. Hunter Warler was a seventh round pick for us at DB. And then we also released Raekwon Davis at defensive tackle. Um, so those are just a few of the moves to kind of cap that off, man. So Matt, this has actually been one of the more busy years for us in the Chris Ballard era. Um, yeah, man. So since you haven't been around too much, where would you like to start, man?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't even know where to start because I was sitting here trying to think about where
Hey,
to start even looking and catching up on
pick,
shit. And I,
pick and choose, man. I can tell you right now that there's been a lot of changes to the entire team. The only changes that really haven't been too many, I'd probably say, is offensive line. Out, no, actually, we have some departures there. So,
Hmm.
wide receiver room and
Running back room, really.
no, we had some additions there. So I'd
We
probably
did.
say wide receiver room. That's probably about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. So
Yeah.
anywhere you want to take it from there, we done had changes to every room. So wherever you want to take it, let me know. And got my cousin CJ in the comments. What's up, cuz? Appreciate you. So yeah, we've had changes everywhere. So anywhere you want to take it, I'd say probably outside of the offensive staff. That's probably the offensive staff and offensive line are probably the only two places that really haven't had much movement.
hmm, put me on the spot. I don't even know where to start.
I mean, what you quarterback competition, cornerback competition, linebacker room, defensive
Quarterback
line.
competition, man. I honestly, if I'm gonna be real, I think that's overhyped. Between the two quarterbacks, I think they're both pretty mediocre. So I really don't care too much about that competition. Whoever starts is gonna start. Do I think either one takes us over the top? No, I don't. So that's my comments on that. I've seen Daniel Jones play. He's not great. Anthony Richardson's having issues with the same shoulder that he was having issues with last year, so I don't expect to see much of a difference with him there. I think if I'm looking at a pro between the two, it probably goes to AR because he's more mobile. He's more of a dual threat than Daniel Jones, unathletic, trip on turf ass. Um, I'm really interested in the changes. We lost EJ Speed, correct?
Yeah.
Uh,
He's on with Houston.
TJ Speed, yeah,
Yeah,
he left and went to
that's
Houston.
that's where my mind's kind of sitting at is
Okay,
what are we gonna do about replacing him?
all right, so let's get into it, man. So as of right now, I believe we got Zaire Franklin is going to be one of the starters.
That's clear.
My first guess to replace EJ Speed is going to be Carlisle,
Hmm.
JC Carlisle.
Yeah.
So he was the safety out of Mizzou. He'd be the guy to step up and replace him. He is also unhealthy at the moment. He has surgery as well. I believe it was a ankle, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on that. But he is also out. So to start camp, we may be out with both of those linebackers. Then we should have Connor McGovern, I believe, is one of the guys that we got down there. We also have Segun Olubi is another one of the linebackers. So linebacker room is probably one of the rooms that is one of the biggest question marks as of right now. But I do like CJ Carlisle to answer your question to replace EJ Speed. As far as a tackler, I think he's a really good tackler. He was one of the highest graded linebackers in coverage when he did play last year, so that's really good for us because in coverage we struggled mightily at linebacker. And even with Zaire Franklin, as good as a tackler he is, he also struggles in coverage. So if we have Carlisle out there and he's able to play in coverage, that'd be really good for us. So that would be the answer to answer your question. But as of right now, we are looking very thin there. We need some guys to step up and play whoever's going to be playing there. And then I do believe the safety we drafted, Wooler, Wisconsin, he should be playing some linebacker this year due to our new defensive coordinator system and scheme that'll have more DBs on the field than linebackers. So he'll be getting some playtime there as well.
All right. Yep. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not too concerned about the linebacker room. That's one of the rooms that we've been able to produce, even with second, third day draft picks. Been able to develop those guys. So I'm not really too concerned with the linebacker room. I just didn't know the names of who we had there right now, with
Yeah.
EJ Speed being gone.
Yep. Yep. So there's been quite a few changes there. And then yeah, man. As for me, I'm gonna say the other day, I seen an account that posted on Twitter and showed Sam Womack and was showing some of his stats, and I want to say he ranked like 31st out of like 80 cornerbacks, which I really like because of the fact that he didn't get to play too much. And something that's a real positive for me is the competition that I can see from this cornerback room. Charvarius Ward, Kenny Moore, Jalen Jones, Sam Womack, Juju Brents, if he can stay healthy. I mean, there's a lot of guys in that room that I think it's really going to help out this competition because I hated where we have been at cornerback for the last few years now, and seeing the fact that we can have some legit competition there, I really love it. I really love the competition that we're going to get out of this cornerback room.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just hoping that they progress because our cornerback room has been a big question mark for multiple years. So
Yeah, most definitely. I know a room that a lot of people got a lot of questions about and stuff like that is our quarterback room.
All off
quarter,
season. Get ready.
Yeah, yeah, that's been a big one, man. I don't, I personally like. I'm not gonna say too much just because I want it to all play out and whatnot. And I want to be Mr. Positive. I really do. But I mean, it's tough to say right now. I just hope that we get some healthy guys out of the quarterback room as is all I can really count on for right now. I mean, as for the rest of the team, I'm really excited for what we got. Obviously, we need quarterback position to be better than what they have been. Zach, what you got, man? What you got? Anything you wanted to get into?
Um, it's not necessarily one position. It's I'm just curious how offensively they use Tyler Warren. Just because in the past, all offseason they were talking about, oh, you draft Tyler Warren, he opens things up offensively, and you can use him in a bunch of different ways, like Penn State did.
Yeah,
But again, yeah, I think it completely revolves around quarterback and who the quarterback is and that plan of attack. Because until that situation is answered, I don't really know what's going to happen with Tyler Warren and how this offense is going to look. The only thing I know is I fully expect JT to run for 2,000 yards.
yeah, man. I mean, it's tough to say like with rookies because you never really know how much rookies are really going to do and how effective they're really going to be. But I honestly think like what our tight end room gave us last year, which was like
Nothing.
500 yards and like 3 touchdowns or something like that. Can't even exactly remember what it was. But I clearly think he can surpass that in his rookie season. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I think Tyler Warren is that good. I think as far as a blocker, that's going to be something that's elite. I wouldn't say our offense is going to be too crazy about using him, just because I don't think we're going to like scheme around him like a Sam Laporta or a Travis Kelsey. Like I don't think we're going to be able to scheme him up like those type of teams do. But I think that this team is still going to be built around Jonathan Taylor in the run game. So I just think that using him, I think he's going to give us a bit more of that vertical threat up the middle of the field, some of those crosser routes, also some of that short stuff. Some of those are short routes where he just runs up, sits down, turn around, and where AR or Daniel Jones can throw the ball to the guy's helmet and it's not going to bounce off his fucking helmet in the end zone and just be a drop. So I think with that, I think he's going to be way better for us than what we were dealing with in the past. But we'll definitely get to see how the competition goes. And then we also did sign Mo Ali Cox to a 1 year deal, so we got a vet in there, and so we should be
that
able to.
dude's hanging on by a damn thread, dude.
Huh?
Mo Ali Cox is hanging on by a damn thread.
Yeah, he definitely did get nowhere near what his last contract is, but he's definitely somehow still sticking around. I was surprised that Kylan Granson even went to Philly. That was crazy to me.
We all go to Philly. All the Colts go to Philly.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty hilarious.
I mean, Mo Ali Cox got paid simply because he's blocks. Like, that's That's what he's good at. That's what he does. Receiving, I think he had. You talk about like 3 touchdowns. I think Mo Alley Cox had 2 touchdowns last year, and Granson had the other one, like receiving touchdown wise. Um, that yeah, tight end. You're 100% correct, DeMarco. It's been an absolute mess. Um, but yeah, for me, the excitement's on defense this year, none on offense. Like I'm not excited for offensive football from the Colts at all, like at all. I'm more excited about going into camp and seeing how the defense does and seeing how they use all these DBs and what Lou Anarumo does. And if, any guys change positions over the offseason, like I've sworn by it, I thought Juju would be a great safety if he could ever stay healthy just because he's 6'3", but it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, man, I definitely I'm so excited for this cornerback room and for the competition that'll be there. I didn't even mention Justin Wally when I was reading off the cornerback, so that's another guy that I'm excited to see that competition of. I really liked him since coming out of college. So again, like you said, I mean, I want to see what we do with Nick Cross because he was in a different system last year when he had a solid season. So I want to see what we do with him as well. Um, but I just love the fact that our defense really has a chance to improve. Offense, I mean, as you said, not being excited for, I wouldn't say that because we still averaged a decent amount of points with the issues that we had at quarterback and whatnot, and the fact that we're still dealing with some of the issues or injuries or when we had to switch and Flacco couldn't really move and stuff like that. So I think that offense is something that Steichen can still take care of us with. So I'm excited pretty much all around, but I just really like the idea that okay, my defense might not be absolute ass this year.
Right.
Part that gets me excited.
Yeah. Having a decent kicker, we'll be excited. The Colts finally committed to Spencer Schrader after cutting him, 27 times last year. So it'll be cool to see how he does and if he actually stays kicking long term or if it'll be another 2 years and the Colts go out and spend $44 million on Matt Gay again. Something
Yeah,
crazy like that.
for real. We better not ever do that shit again, dude. Oh my
He's the
god.
highest paid Colt free agent ever under Chris Ballard.
No, not the highest.
Yeah. The highest paid free agent ever Chris Ballard has signed is
No
Matt
way.
Gay. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. At the time. I don't
Oh
know if it's
yeah,
still now.
because what? We didn't give Gilly that much. Uh,
Mm-mm.
Matt Ryan was traded Buck
Buckner got traded for.
traded for. Holy shit!
He's the highest paid free agent in the Chris Ballard era ever. Until until Tre'Davious Ward.
Until this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking embarrassing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
That you're
crazy. In 9 years? No way.
9 years. Yep.
I
Until
need
this
to
last
go look at
offseason.
those contracts. That is crazy.
I was doing that I think earlier this week because I was bored and just was like looking at Colt shit and I was like, damn. Like besides Tre'Davious Ward who got top dollar and Bynum who they paid
Wait,
top dollar for.
isn't that only like 5 million a year though? Are you sure?
I think Matt Gay was making $7 million a year and he got paid like it was like $44 million and got paid like $24 million up front. And then
I thought it was 4 years, 21 million, 24
I don't
million.
know, he was the highest he's at the time when he got signed. He was the highest paid free agent ever in the Chris Ballard era.
Wow, dude, that's crazy. That's
Up
crazy.
until up until this offseason.
Yeah, because I can't even. It's tough to even think about anybody that we've signed as a free agent that has been somebody legit. That's crazy. I never even
Most
thought about that.
and most of them that Ballard has signed haven't. Like Ballard's only really had 2 big free agent signings that have actually turned out into being halfway decent. Matt Gay and Danico Autry. Because basically
No,
everybody else.
actually, no. He couldn't have been the highest because I want to say didn't Phil Rivers got 1 year, 25 million.
No, I think it was like I didn't think it was that much.
I'm
I don't
pretty
know.
sure. I want to say it was like 1 year. It was like 20 or 25 million. It had to be that one because there was
Maybe.
that. I think that's got to be the highest. But that's still even still first highest or
Even
second highest being the kicker.
yeah,
It's
is
pretty sad.
freaking embarrassing.
And see, and that brings us to exactly why we're in the situation of mediocrity in the first place. Like when you can't fork out any money, obviously you're paying some of your own guys, so I get it. Like people say he doesn't spend money, he says he spends money, but it's literally not adding to what you have. You're just paying the guys you already have. You're not
But
finding areas of weakness and fixing them like he did this year. But that just literally goes to show exactly why we are where we are, and the fact that you can go 9 years and possibly pay one guy over 10 million, or two guys over that total in free agency. That's absolutely asinine. That's just crazy. That just cannot be the way.
no, you can't win doing that, and that's something that the Colts have struggled with. I keep reading a lot of media hype, thinking that the Colts will be a playoff team this year, and I just want to know if that's because R.I.P. Ursay passed away while we were on our hiatus. Jim passed, unfortunately. I mean, so there's that, or if they actually believe that this roster is a playoff roster.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, Philip Rivers' contract was 25 mil
Yeah.
with a 12 million signing bonus.
What was Matt Gay's contract? Just because I'm curious now. I thought it was something nuts.
Hmm.
Damn, we can't get Facebook on there right now. That's crazy.
Yeah, I go live from my phone.
It's probably because we didn't set it up as a destination in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next time.
Um. But
Now
yeah,
that we
man,
live virtually,
that's crazy, dude. That's really got to be fixed moving forward. Hopefully, it's something that we can continue to grow with. And he can keep building off of these off seasons and make them better and whatnot. But that's just got to be something that's got to be fixed because there's no way we can continue to move forward like that.
Yeah, Matt Gay just got paid. He just signed with the Washington Redskins or the Washington Commanders like no more than 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, yeah. I think I seen that somewhere. Yeah, I think. I mean, I guess it's good for him, but I don't know how much of it it'll actually make a difference for him. But they already had. Oh, didn't they? Did they not have Joey Sly already?
Yeah, I think they brought him in to compete with Joey Sly.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Because I was gonna say I thought they had some kicking issues as well. So, yeah, I mean, I guess that's good for them, but I mean, it still doesn't help that much just because of the fact that if you already got one guy missing kicks and you bring in another guy missing kicks, I mean, you can keep saying like the Ballard way right now is competition fixes everything, but obviously you need more than that.
He signed a 4-year deal worth 22.5 million. Matt Gay did. So up until like besides Rivers, Matt Gay was the highest free agent signing in
Yeah,
the Ballard era.
yeah, absolutely embarrassing. But
That's
but yeah, man. So that I mean, again, I just think that that's why we're in this situation. But I also believe that if our defense can improve, then things will get a lot better for us. I really truly do because I mean I think Stike and what he's done with this offense with some of the issues that we've had. I want to say last year we had a lot of offensive line injuries and changes there. JT was really our only back. We had some, obviously our receivers were a pretty solid spot, but we had some issues with AD rookie. Um, And so I think that if our defense can really complement our offense and we can get better, I think it can truly be a huge difference for us.
Without a doubt. I think the Colts have hit the rock bottom. I know that sounds crazy, but literally, like the only place to go is up, and the only thing that is holding the Colts back is themselves and injury. So basically, themselves. So if they can find a way to stay healthy and be consistent, I do believe this roster is good enough, and Steichen is a good enough coach, and Lou Anamoruno is a good enough defensive coach that the Colts can compete for a playoff spot. Whether they get in, that's a different story.
Yeah, I don't even I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I don't like. Look, we've been on the doorstep of playoffs for quite a few years now, and it seems like we just tread water in the same place of whether it be defensive terrible, quarterback issues,
Facts.
injuries, losing to trash teams that we shouldn't lose to. I mean, I've thought playoffs should be totally capable for us for years now. I don't think that has really changed too much, but it gets depressing for me to sit here and keep saying we should make the playoffs and not make them because there's really no reason why outside of the year 2022 there really hasn't been a single year that we really shouldn't have missed.
Right?
So it gets pretty frustrating. But what up, Nathan? Appreciate you coming in, man. He's saying, "What's up, boys?" Everything he's hearing out of camp, it is Jones's job to lose.
I actually just read different earlier today.
Really? Because
Huh?
I've literally read where it's Willie and Jones competing basically for CB2, and then whoever loses that job will be CB4, and they get to compete with Juju. So because I mean that I don't know. I've seen both articles really, but the way I look at it, like Jones has been consistent. Obviously, he's the starter, but Willie has, at least in the shorts Olympics, that is OTAs, has really made an impression on people. It all changes when you put the pads on, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, as for me, I think that I think
I thought the same thing Dave just said. I
yeah,
think they're talking QB.
yeah, this is pretty much where I appreciate you switching over to YouTube, Dave. I saw you over there on Facebook. We're trying to get that sorted out right now. But I personally, I think it should be AR's job to lose just for the fact that he already knows the offense for one. But for two, it's just that like I mean, honestly, I don't know. I really don't care to be honest with you. Like,
Me either.
I deflect from this
Yeah,
conversation so much, just because I just truly hope, not think. Like, I just hope quarterback play will be better than it was last year. And like it's like I can't even keep saying that I have faith in AR. Like, I want him to be the guy. I think he can be, but like at this point, like just with his surgery flaring back up, I don't know how he's supposed to play 2, 3, 4, 5 games in a row, take hits, and then could actually think that his shoulder is supposed to hold up for an entire
Yeah.
season or his back or whatever else it may be. So I truly don't think we'll see any quarterback, either one of them, because they both play mobile and they run around. So, like, to think that either of them are going to play 17 games would be asinine for somebody to think. So I just hope that quarterback plays better than last year. That's all I can really tell you. AR should know more of the offense. He should have a leg up. He's got to do what he's got to do. But let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I'm sitting at when it comes to his injury because we've already seen the product of AR with that injured shoulder. I mean,
Exactly.
how do you expect him to develop or progress or move forward from last season or the season prior if he's going to have the same injury? It's going to be the same results.
Yeah, like I mean, like it's like we get like I could hope he stay healthy and like it's just like thinking
Yeah.
about it. Like when you play quarterback, like they just dropped the quarterback on Netflix. Think about when Kirk Cousins was playing. He dealt with the elbow and then he had the shoulder, and then like what was it? Somebody got tackled. I want to say it was not Burrow. But who else was on there? Jared Goff. He had the ankle. Like playing quarterback, these guys are getting their asses kicked for 17 weeks. So you telling me that, hey, I got to depend on AR, who every time he get up, I'm thinking, hey,
He's
what's
gonna
wrong
be
with
hurt.
AR? It's
Yeah,
like I don't know, bro. I got to see it. And then with Daniel Jones has dealt with shit too. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm hoping we don't see Riley Leonard at this point. That's what I'm really hoping for.
that's facts. That's facts, Marco. I share that sentiment.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
So
not.
David's saying here, Zach, you the O line guru, man. Where do you think we stand? I
Um,
actually so for this too.
Bortolini, I think is going to be an absolute animal. I'm crazy
The
excited
board.
just because like he has some Jason Kelsey in his game. He can move. He you can get him on the outside and watch him duck walk down the line of scrimmage and pick somebody off. And being nosy around the corner, the edge. Um, I'm curious on what they do with Gonzalez and playing him a guard because I don't like moving guys who play tackle into guard. I It's just different. Like I know people they say it's the same, but it's different. Different footwork. You're closer. So like yes, you get helped out because you have the center and you have the guy next to you, so it's a little bit easier, but it's also a little bit faster. So like I'm only hoping that he's been able to bulk up and rep and get used to that speed that is, guard because it's a little bit different when you play tackle. When you play tackle, there's some seconds. You kind of get a second to go by and really like collect yourself and think about things before you get hit. Guard, it's basically in your face, and I don't know. I'm positive about offensive line because Tony Sperano is a hell of an offensive coach, but I'm definitely concerned because I don't trust Consalves starting if he is going to be the starter. Bortolini, I have no concern with. That dude played at Wisconsin. He played in the Big Ten. In my opinion, that's the best. That's the best conference for offensive linemen. So yeah, like Bort will be Bort will be fine. I question Gonsalves and how he handles things.
Yeah, man. As for me, I really like our O line, man. I think if they can get better as far as the pass protection and then some of the rooks catch up to some of the run game. Obviously, I know I just said I feel good about them, but I think left tackle, left guard, I think we're solid, very good. Then like Zach said, Big Bortolini at center. Um, I think that's going to be something that's really solid for us as well. Him getting the snaps that he did get, and then him having a whole off season to know what he needs to perfect and get better at. It's going to be something that's going to be great for us. And then right guard and right tackle. If Braden Smith can stay healthy, that'll be very good for us. And then we also drafted Jordan Travis, who I think is going to be a monster wherever he gets to play. And then we also have some other guys that can play some swing at right guard or right tackle. So I think we're in a really good position. I love Tony Sperano. I trust Tony Sperano to have these guys ready to play wherever they come in at. And I think it's going to be really good for us. I think Goncalves can fit in right there at right guard. So if we can have Goncalves at right guard and Jordan Travis at right tackle if need be, I think that's a massive right side of that offensive line. I mean, they're both huge, can play, got some athleticism for both of them. I think it makes us really creative in the run game. I think it'll all come down to how quickly these guys can sync up as we did last year when we were at the top of our game as far as the offensive line goes. And then just making sure they can keep our quarterbacks upright. I think we're in a really good spot with the offensive line personally.
I think Braden Smith will bounce back. Um, I know he went through a lot of mental. He had a whole mental health and had to go through like a mental rehab and everything. They did a. It's on YouTube if you want to look into that whole thing. Like he and his wife discuss it. So I fully expect Braden to come back and be locked in. I think we're gonna see like top tier Braden Smith because like that would make us. I already think the Colts have a top five offensive line, arguably top three offensive line in the NFL.
Yeah,
So I think doing that would only improve. I mean, I even forgot about you talked about the big 6'8" kid from Iowa State. I forgot he was even a Colt because I was all like, "Yo, hey, he's here," but I don't. The last guy they drafted that was that big, that Zach Bond out of USC, was so immobile
and this is
that like,
complete opposite type of
yeah,
player.
yeah.
He's got some hooper in him, so he's got some. He can move around and stuff like that. He's got some athleticism. We can pull him if we want to. I think it makes us a lot more creative. I really like the kid.
If they do something with it, I wouldn't be mad. I mean, hell yeah, that
I hope I
the
even
more
said.
athletic, the more athletic, the better.
I called him Jordan Travis, Jalen Travis. I'm sorry.
Same thing.
Uh, but yeah, so I think we're really good. Also, to everybody out there, we are back on Facebook, so please go check it out. Go check it out, please, 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 please. But yeah, Nathan saying, but AR can't stay healthy on the field on an injury. You said, but yeah, yeah. I mean, again, like I said, I just we just gonna have to see. I don't know how either quarterback will really hold up and see how they actually do, but I can't say I'm totally confident in either. Um,
I disagree with this
Nathan
one.
says his biggest worry is at linebacker. I, yeah,
Every
I'm
time
with
we
Matt.
every time we say that, and every time we let a linebacker walk, we replace him with somebody more productive.
Yep,
I don't think I would. That's the one thing I'll never question about Ballard is his ability to find linebackers. We may
yep.
not see it now, but we will.
Yep, I truly agree. I like this is what I kept telling people. Like I remember me, Zach, and Trev. We talked about this a lot in the off season or early in draft season, and a lot of Colts fans kept saying, "Oh, go linebacker. We need a linebacker." Blah 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 over tight end, and I used to always weigh in on the argument because me personally, I could have cared less where we went, whether we went linebacker or we went tight end. But personally, I just was like looking at every year. Ballard has found us gems at linebacker and didn't need to look hard for him. So I've always been down with just like whatever we do at linebacker. I think Ballard can find us an answer. So I always thought it was something that we could manage well with, do well with, and get around. So I thought linebacker was something that was more of a luxury that we needed rather than go there. And you say we got zero depth, but Segun Ulubi was really solid there, and Connor McGovern can also play.
Dog.
And the way Lou is supposed to use the defense, we're likely going to have like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 DBs on the field at a time. So our depth isn't going to be as necessary as it was in the past um, with Goof Bradley. Guys, my bad, guys. I'm getting this around, but yeah, I don't think the depth will be as necessary as it was before.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not worried about linebacker.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I will say I got a lot of questions at damn it, why did I just lose my train of thought? Defensive line. That's where a lot of my question is. So we brought in Neville Gallimore. He went crazy in the playoffs, but outside of those games, he wasn't really seen that much. Like he had a lot of stuff, or a lot of he didn't really pick it up as quickly as they thought he would have. So we bring him in. He replaces Raekwon Davis, who was a goddamn hotel door, just getting ran through whenever Buck and Grove went off the field. So I really want to see how our defensive tackle. I love Tim Smith out of Alabama. He's not a pass rush guy at all. This is damn near a clone of Big Grove. Really just a run stuffer, massive body. So I do like that for us because our run game when Buck and Grove aren't on the field is just awful. It's horrid. So I really like the fact that we brought him in. Then you go to our edges. Samson Ebukam is coming off the Achilles injury. Then we got Quiddy and Latu. We got to depend big time on them. Like I'm really hoping Latu takes that step. I hope he's been working on. Like he this kid never stops working. So I really like if he doesn't work out. I said it the other day. Like the football guys just don't like the Colts no more because the way he works at his pass rush, this kid has got to take off. He just has to. It's just tough not to see it, but I know he needs to work on some of his power rush. Um, and then again, Quiddy needs to take that step. We need him to take that step. And then we also drafted the kid out of Ohio State. Um,
JTT.
yeah, JTT Tolomalu out of Ohio State, who also went crazy in the playoffs. I personally, when we made this pick, I wanted somebody else. I'm gonna let it pass. I'm gonna let the hurt go. But I'm hoping that he can be different than cause of what I think he is. I personally think he's just another Quiddy as of right now. It's just my thought.
That's what it
Um,
was at Ohio State. He was basically a Quiddy Pay. So like
so I'm
I've
really
seen a lot
hoping.
of them at Ohio State.
Yeah, because I really need this defensive line to be better than it was last year. Obviously, we had like 50 sacks or something like that 2 years ago. So hopefully, this defense can get to form. But that's one of my bigger questions because obviously our secondary should be better, but our pass rush has got to pick it back up.
Yep.
And I'm hoping the scheme will change some of that too.
Yeah. I'm interested with JTT because he was used differently this year at Ohio State than he was in years past. He played more inside this year at Ohio State. Played
Okay.
a crazy amount of three technique, and like it was super small, but he's strong as an ox, I guess. So like he played a lot of three technique, and then was more of a run defender, which is very much like like you talk about pay. But I feel like he's going to be a little. I'm maybe a little bit higher on the kid, just
Yeah.
because like I think he's faster than pay off the get off. Like if you watch him coming out of a stance, I think he's maybe not as good as his hand with his hands as Quiddy Pay is and was coming out of Michigan. But I think if they use his versatility a lot, like they have with the other Ohio State rusher, dude Taekwon, play him inside, I think you will see him bloom into a nice option. Do I ever think he'll be a 10 sack guy? No. But I think if he can get you 8 sacks and the D line can come together and, like you said, pop off and have a good year where they go, and maybe not necessarily 50 sacks, but each guy has 8, and the Colts overall have 40 sacks a season as a unit. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. But I just don't look for him to
Sacks
ever put a.
be crazy.
I mean, yeah, I just don't ever. I don't. There's no one on this defensive line outside of Buckner. Well, even now, Buckner's on. In my opinion, he's on the wrong age of 30. So even now, I don't think there's anybody on this defensive line that's super elite. So I literally look at like you're gonna have to look at it like, is the sum better than the parts that we have? And as long as that production is, then I honestly think that's what they're going for.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Because like
I just truly believe like obviously like you just said about Buck, but I think the problem with Buck is when like Buck as good as he is, too many teams try and take advantage of him, and
well, yeah,
we don't have
yeah,
another threat to try and keep guys off of Buck. So when he's taking as many double teams as he is, obviously with age you want to play him a little bit less snaps so he can play the full season. I think he really needs some help, and that's my big thing with Latu. I'm really hoping Latu can make it to a point where guys have to block him. Like the way I see his rush moves, like I really truly believe if we can make some guys sit back and throw the ball, like it shouldn't just be free eats anymore. Like with Latu out
mhm,
there and Quiddy Pay being in his make or break year, I think this has really got to be the year where these edges really take the pressure off. And like you said, if each guy can get to 8 sacks, and I mean not just 8 sacks like we getting coverage sacks or quarterback just sitting back there. I mean pressure snaps
yeah,
sacks. putting pressure on guys, getting to the quarterback, really making them work for plays. And with our scheme difference, I really think it should be something that can really help everybody with the system. And then just like Davis saying here, wish we had one more year with Deo. Matt, I don't know if you were aware, but I believe Deo signed I want to say it was 3 years, like 60 million, $60 million deal with Chicago, the Chicago Bears. So he's not with us anymore. But people were saying
I
JTT
wouldn't pay that.
another day. Well, yeah, that's why everybody's saying we let him walk. But it would have been nice to keep him at a much lower deal. But yeah,
Yeah, no, much lower than that. God damn,
yeah.
Chicago went out of pocket.
Oh, speaking of that,
Man, he
Chicago
got an extension, bro.
got an extension till 2029.
Bulls
Which
got an extension.
when I seen it, I immediately retweeted
Who
and said,
did?
"Why?"
Ryan
Ryan
Bulls.
Poles with the Chicago Bears. I'm like, why would you give this guy an extension when you guys haven't been good? You just fired a coach, and everybody thought you should have fired the GM and the coach the last 2 years in a row. You give him an extension after they just hired a new coach, and you don't even know how him and Caleb are going to work out yet. So,
Yeah,
like,
that's
I don't know. I don't know. The Bears are the Bears for a reason. But yeah, they gave Dale a lot of money. Would have been nice for him to, see how it could have worked out. But I definitely wasn't paying him over 16 million a year. It's crazy.
no, no, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Especially
Especially
when I spent a lot of time complaining about him and Quiddy Pay, and
for a rotational rusher, that's crazy.
yeah, no,
Crazy. Uh Nathan here is going we kind of went into Tyler a little bit already. But he's saying in this offense, Warren should have over 1,000 yards. Me and Zach were just talking a little bit about it. I mean, we're hoping that
who's throwing him the ball?
he should be able to have better than what we did last year, which would be over 500. So I don't know about 1,000. I definitely wouldn't go as far to say that. But
Hey, if he has 1,000 yards, he's offensive rookie of the year, in my opinion.
oh,
Especially
Yeah,
with who?
you know what?
With,
Speaking of that, that they do that list every year. The NFL executive coaches and players
yeah,
vote on top or whatever. They just put Brock Bowers as the number one tight end.
that's fair. Yeah,
So if Tyler Warren can do something similar to that, then
I
I
mean,
can
if
see it.
he has 1K receiving yards as a rookie with who in the crap is throwing him the football this year, you're not going to hear me argue with that statement at all, Nathan. That's a half true statement.
it's
So
fucking
like if
Bruce's time, boys.
if they completely feature him and they're like, hey, the offense is going to be JT and then Warren's getting 5 touches and everyone else has to, feast or famine and we kind of wean ourselves off of Pittman Jr.
Bro,
Um,
at the way we utilize our tight
Anything
ends in
Pitt.
this system, that man's gonna be getting about 200 to 300 catches to hit 1,000 yards.
I mean, right now they don't. Steichen doesn't use the tight end at all.
No,
So
I
and
mean,
like,
they
honestly,
don't use deep threat. So
honestly, if you think about the way we've used our tight ends, just think about how we use them, right? Think about how many drops we've had,
so many.
or how many times we're like, they were open and couldn't get extra yardage, couldn't break a tackle, or some of the things where they just can't make a guy miss or whatever. Tyler Warren, I mean, we being honest, if we take away, we get some of those missed throws that we miss and stuff back.
yeah, but we're missing one key ingredient,
We got
and
to
that's
have a
Shane
consistent
Steichen.
quarterback play.
Not even just that. You got Shane Steichen, and he's the man that's always in his own way.
I mean,
He
Steichen
tries to
just loves
do.
to throw it deep.
He's too cute with his play calls. He's too cute with how he utilizes his players.
I don't know. Warren's a sensitive subject because the way they talked about, like they're going to use him at quarterback, and I fully expect Steichen to do something crazy and use Warren at quarterback like they use him at Penn State.
What up, Josh?
And so for me to sit here and I'm not going to hate on Steichen because like
I'm not
he's
hating.
done
I'm just saying he's always the guy
right,
that's in his own way.
right. But if Warren does anything type of crazy and gets 1,000 yards, fucks around and finds out and gets 1K, then yeah, in my opinion, he's offensive rookie of the year. but I think he's going to have 700 yards and 4 TDs.
Yeah, that's about where I'd say.
He'll be in the offensive rookie of the year conversation for sure, but not this year. Maybe next year, another year in the system. And if, one of the two QBs we have magically turns into being something decent and he gets a fat contract from Indianapolis, potentially. If not, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, yeah, I definitely would like to see that, man. Especially with the way some of our tight end room have been.
And you also got to think about the type of routes he's going to have to run, which means if AR is the starting quarterback, he's never going to hit him accurately. So
I mean, that's supposed to be the Tyler Warren thing, though. You don't have
Yeah,
to throw it accurately to him when he's coming
Warren's
out on
supposed to go up and get that now.
he's supposed to make those type of catches. Like I remember one specific play. I remember where there was one where AR kind of threw it and it was out in front of Kylan Grant. So he had to reach out with it with one hand
I
and he
remember
couldn't
that.
make the catch. And it's like those type of plays, the type of plays that I would want a pro to be able to like help your quarterback out. They're not always going to be perfect. So give me a one-handed grab too high or something every once in a while. Those are the type of plays that
Well,
I'm
they
hoping I
they
can
should
make
have
out.
been used to having to make those plays, practicing with the dude throwing the ball like that.
See my point exactly. And if it was another
That's a
team,
normal drill on an everyday basis.
if that was a different team, they're making that play. It just didn't happen for us. So I'm hoping we can get some of that. David saying here, think about Dallas down the seam on stretch plays. Warren can be that guy, and that's exactly what I'm hoping we can see out of it. I do not want Klubnik. I do not.
Klubnik from Clemson.
No, no, absolutely not.
There's a couple quarterbacks that
No.
let's do a collab, fellas.
I'm down for that
There,
eventually.
yeah. See, Josh, I'll do a collab for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
just let me
Let me
let
know,
me let
Josh. Hit
me
me
get
up.
the
We get that.
let me get back in the swing of things first. You know what I'm saying?
um, there's a couple quarterbacks in college. I really like Nussmeier from LSU. Um, there's a kid from Florida that I really like, but I don't know,
He's
man.
still a year away.
There's a dude in Texas. He kind of got a
Yeah.
last name that might be a thing.
No.
I don't think he'd come to Indy. I want no part of Indy if I'm him.
No.
There's a kid from South Carolina that I really, really, really like.
Sellers is nice,
Um,
but he's a year away too.
but yeah, like this year I want Nussmeier, and if they hold off, give me that Lagway kid from Florida, bro, because he's nuts. Kid is nuts. I, hey man, I know Josh, you're gonna laugh. No, Garrett, no. That's fair. That's fair, Josh.
Yeah,
I just
nah, I'm not in on those guys. I mean, I'm not. I don't think Cade Klubnik. He's been very average for a guy
yeah.
who's playing against ACC competition, like just absolutely average. And then Garrett Nussmeyer. I don't see how Trev still believes in this guy. Obviously, he's just overly optimistic about a lot of his guys, but I
Diehard
don't.
LSU guy.
Yeah, I don't believe in old Noose. But yeah, man. I
Yeah,
think
Sellers from South Carolina.
either way, I don't think we're going to be high enough to take a quarterback regardless. So I don't think that's in the cards for us. So
Uh, Not this year, but next year we could definitely take Lagway or Sellers, or because I think Manning is going to go and play his senior year at Texas because he's only junior.
I don't want Manning. I don't
Neither do I.
like.
Neither do I. As a
So
Colts
okay,
fan,
so
like,
stop saying Manning. It irks my
bro,
nerves when
this market, this fan base is going to go
no,
nuts for
they're
Archie.
they're absolutely nuts. Like the guy hasn't
They are gonna
played.
go
Like
nuts.
I
They are
hate that
gonna go
people
nuts.
keep saying it. Like,
The
look,
moment the
this
moment he comes
year,
out, this fan base is going to be like, if you don't trade and get Archie, the Colts are done. They're not
well, he's
rooting
not
Bro,
coming
for
A,
out.
him. Blah blah
AR,
blah.
bro, AR could have
He's
just
not
won.
coming out this year. But
AR could have just won MVP, and this fan base is still gonna
Right,
push for Archie.
right.
like
Ar could win. Ar
it's
could take
just
the team to the Super Bowl and win MVP this year and have like comeback player of the year, and put up stupid numbers hypothetically. And if Archie Manning declares for the draft Colts fans will not be satisfied until he's in a Colts jersey.
Yeah.
You
But
already
see,
know, DeMarco, how this shit goes.
no, but see, that's my problem. My problem with it is like I could care less. Like I need to see him play. Like he's played
Right.
two
Right.
games. Like I don't understand how
Hey,
like
Colby.
people keep going crazy over this. Like you have to play football, bro. I'm not about to sit here and say I want you because of your name. Fuck your name. I
Right.
don't care about your name. So
Right.
if he goes out to Texas this year and he's cheeks, I'm gonna be like, look at you idiots who's been saying you wanted Manning just because he's fucking Peyton Manning's nephew. Like, if you want a Manning, give me his son. Let me get Cooper. Or, what's his son?
Mason or
Yeah, maybe
whatever.
let me get his son. I don't want his nephew. Like, no. Like, what are
I
we
agree.
talking about here,
Uh,
bro? I don't want somebody just because of their name. I don't care about your name, dog. Like, I want to see you play. Like, hell no.
no,
I'm
Nathan. That kid from Miami, he used to play at Georgia. He sucks. Like,
what? He's supposed to be the number one quarterback in this
like
past year's draft.
trash.
What?
He's gonna suck for my Hurricanes this year too. I can't
Hey,
be hyped
bro.
because Cam Ward was so good. Like
I
Cam Ward
remember.
was incredible.
Hey, Kobe
So
said Matt's alive.
Yeah, hey man, you gotta text me, brother.
David saying people say you want to measure him for a gold jacket before he takes any snap. That's what I'm saying, Dave. I can't do it. I'm not that guy. Like I don't care about your kids until I see you play. Like when I wanted Marvin Harrison Jr., he was that guy. Like
yeah, yeah.
I didn't want him when he was the freshman that just went to Ohio State. Like I gotta see you play, bro. Like
Right.
no.
This year will be a big year for Manning. I think he'll play this year and do okay, but I don't think he's coming out this year. I think he'll play his senior year at Texas, and
Yeah,
then he'll come out next, or not next year, but the year after.
2028.
Yeah, and the Colts will either be A, really good, or B, really bad, and they'll have a new GM, and they'll have already made their new pick at quarterback. So it won't matter.
Yeah. Also, we're not getting what's that dude's name from Miami or whatever? He freaking stinks. He was supposed to be the number one quarterback in this year's draft, and he sucked so bad he couldn't get drafted and got hurt.
This is I think this is
Um,
too early to talk about that.
What do
I
you think,
think
Marco Brown?
uh, do
yeah,
you think David saying here? Do you
I don't
think
think so
Marco
yet.
Brown paid the price for his huge backing of AR?
I don't think so
Well,
yet. I think it's too early to say.
I
they,
don't. I don't think it
they
has
got
anything to do with that.
they got
Honestly,
fired.
if you
Didn't he
look
get
at
fired?
no, how
No,
misconceptions on what they say happened. Some say he walked away. Some say the Colts let him go. But as far as I know, Morocco Brown and the one other guy that was the assistant GM or whatever, they've been taking interviews for years and just haven't gotten jobs.
Ed
So
Dobb.
yeah, Ed Dobbs. Yeah, exactly. So um, I just think at a point in time you could just be thinking, when is your time to leave and take off, go do something different. So I don't think it has anything to do with the backing of AR. Just because also when AR was drafted, Ballard said we're getting the best player in the draft. I think a lot of these guys, whether they disagree or not, um, I don't think that'll come out till years later down the line or until the player takes off and they're gone. So I don't think it was him paying the price. I just think it was something that went on internally, and they felt it was time to go their separate ways. Personally, just my opinion, but I don't think it had anything to do with just AR because there's a lot of people that don't
He
really.
wanted more of an opportunity. So like I think he wanted a promotion because what I'm looking at, like from everything that I've read and looking at right here right now, it's all it was mutual.
Exactly.
I can't sit here and say it's because he backed AR. Like I know Morocco Brown used to be the closer. Anywhere he went, that was basically the Colts' first round pick for that year. Now it's that little bald dude with the glasses. Anywhere he goes, that seems to be who the Colts pick in either the first or the second round and gets the final say on things. But I don't know. I like
Nathan
Morocco
saying
Brown though.
here with the new owner, Ballard better fix this mess or he won't have a job next year.
That's kind of the vibe I got from the girls. Like this is their year to. winning is what they want to do. And Carly made that pretty clear in her press conference. If you guys haven't seen that, they asked her that directly. Hey, what's the plan? And she said this year's about winning, and every year after that will be reevaluated. Every position, everybody is the job is yearly. So that's what I hope. As a Colts fan, that's what it should be. If you're not winning, why are you here? Like,
Yeah, I had this conversation before, but I honestly I don't know. I know many people have their own opinions on it, and many people think or hope that this is the scenario. But I honestly just don't know. We could say it's a new owner, but it's still the Ursay. Is this technically still the same ownership? They may think very much like their dad, and then there's going to be a lot of issues when you have more than one mind running the team.
yeah,
For instance, you had the Chargers, where the brother and sister were literally like ready to go at each other's throat and to sue each other over the Chargers team. So it's just it's tough to say exactly what will go on with this situation. So I think it'll take possibly a year or two to see how the situation goes because we know with Ursay he gave a lot of leniency and stuff like that. He was very loyal to his people and to what they did and whatnot. I was always under the mindset that if Ballard had another year like 2022, then yeah, he'd get fired. But if we had another close year like this year, whether it was 8-9, 9-8, something like that, I really feel like he wouldn't go anywhere. Um, she even mentioned in the presser, like, injuries happen and stuff like that. They still believe in AR. Said a lot of the same stuff that Ursay would have said. So, Jim, that is. So, I, it's tough to say. Like, we say it's fixed this mess. A lot of teams are in a lot worse mess. Um, so I don't know. I
I wouldn't
really,
say a lot of teams are in a worse mess.
I mean, a
if
lot.
you're
A
Cleveland,
few.
I mean, we were picking 14th, so I mean, a lot of teams.
That's valid.
Are, so I mean, like I literally think we could end up right in the middle and be in the same spot all over again, and it's like, what do they do? Do they truly blow it up? Do they stand pat? Like I think we will find out a lot about these new owners after the season. But I tell you what, if we go like 10-7, 11-6, we make the playoffs. Like Ballard will be crowned a hero. And for the Ballard haters or the people that want him gone, you're going to be really miserable for another 3 to 4 years.
yeah, if they hit the playoff this year, Ballard's at least got another two for sure,
I'm saying
easy.
he's
And
going to
if they
be
go,
crowned.
yeah, and if they go on a little run where the Colts get back to back playoff appearances, and like let's say this year they get in and they win a round, and then they lose, and then the year after they get in and they win two rounds, yeah,
Yep.
it's only going to get louder, and people are going to be like, Ballard's the goat, and it's finally full circle. He finally rebuilt the Colts without Luck stepping out on him. By the way, I'm wearing my Luck goat jersey because he's the greatest goat that could have ever been. Uh,
Hey, it's funny. I put that out the other day. I saw something as well that said if you could bring back any of these quarterbacks, had a bunch of lists of everybody that was like retired and going or whatever, and Luck's name was on there, and I literally said the same thing. I was like, I wish I could have seen what his career would have been
yeah,
because I think like I loved Andrew Luck, dog.
me too.
I wish I could have seen him play it
I
out,
would.
but
There's a part of me that wants to see what his career would have been like on another team
no,
because
no,
I do.
what the
I do.
hell,
Here's
no.
why I say that because I don't believe that the dysfunction that the Colts had was nearly as bad as the Colts get shit on about, if that makes sense. So I would love to see him go to like another team and for them to hear what the excuse was. And then if there was just a way to run it back where he was with Indy and didn't freaking retire. I mean, instead of that AFC participation trophy, it'd have been cool to have, like an AFC or a Super Bowl championship trophy in 2014 instead of whatever it was that we hung a banner up for whatever reason.
I wouldn't have wanted to see him anywhere. But but not man. I
There's
just
no
I
throwing
truly
Harbaugh.
don't
That
know.
man. Knowing our luck,
I
that man would have ended up somewhere in our division.
I
Yeah.
often wonder like what happens if the Colts take A or RG3. Like, do you think RG3 could have had the same success here in Indianapolis as he had in Washington that one year that he was in Washington and
Did
popped
you
off?
forget? Did you forget all the injuries that Andrew Luck went through?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but A
imagine
AR,
RG3.
RG3 would have died by week 7.
you think so? You think it'd have been that bad? Or like,
Yes. Yeah. Bro, are you forgetting what Andrew Luck went
bro,
through?
bro,
I
I
think
remember how
wasn't
bad
he
it was, but
well,
like,
the 2012 playoff game. I want to
yeah,
say he was sacked 8 times in
yeah,
that
he had like
playoff
a
game.
lacerated kidney as a
Like,
rookie playing.
yeah,
Yeah,
bro, no, RG3 would have been murdered. Like, no, I
it's, it just makes you go back and think. Yeah,
yeah. So no, absolutely not. Also, Pat McAfee already knew he was getting drafted, like literally, like before anything. So I'm glad it was never a thing because I know there was some reports that people were talking about. What if the Colts do this? Like, bro, if you guys pass on Andrew Luck, I swear to God.
probably the easiest pick since Manning. Honestly, think about it. Like, that's why like I always shit on people, and we've had this argument where I say Grigson was a winner. And your counterpoint is always he picked Andrew Luck. He didn't have to win. And, and I mean, well, yeah, that's the easiest argument in the whole world because it's the
Let's not
truth.
go back to that because
Like,
I remember sitting here watching you two go back and
no,
forth
that's the truth, though. Like I always used to,
like 2 hours.
I still jab Colts fan because I was like Grigson has a better winning record than Ballard. And then
Yeah,
the first comment is, well, he had luck, and yeah, he had luck, and luck won him all them games because he was terrible at putting talent around Andrew.
yeah. It's crazy because
Who was that? Who was that running back we had his rookie year? I think
Vic
Trent
Ballard,
Richardson.
yeah,
Vic
Oh,
Vic Ballard.
Ballard.
Vic Ballard. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, I loved him that season.
Hey,
yeah.
he
If he could have,
ruined his career off that sweet dive into the end zone from
yep.
Tennessee. Like broke a
Never forget
vertebrae
it
or
though.
whatever. I mean,
Never forget about it though.
yeah.
Legend, legend.
Because after he got hurt, we ended up chasing around running backs for years.
No, we
Oh
got
yeah,
Trent
remember we
Richardson.
traded for Trent
Shut up.
Richardson.
Shut
I,
up.
I, bro. Hey, I was so excited after that trade, bro. I was like, yeah, we got Trent. He
Bro,
came
I
in
was
his
mad
first
hype.
game. He scored 2 touchdowns in his first game. He barely even knew the playbook. I was juiced. I was like,
Bro,
we gonna go crazy.
I put him in Madden the year before they were together on Madden as a team, and I was like, bro, we're gonna own the league. Like that's how hyped I was. And then Trent Richardson couldn't hit a couldn't run through drywall if it was wide open and cut open with a door. Like it was that bad. Like
Yeah, it was ugly.
Colts need to
Uh,
move Bean to receiver. I don't even know if Bean will
I'm,
be on the team.
I'm surprised people even still talk about Jason Bean. I'm really shocked about how many people truly think that he should play starting quarterback sometimes. It's
It's
crazy
like
to
that
me.
Chad Kelly shit. It's
Yeah,
happening.
so yeah, I don't know. I think Bean will be our one of our practice squad guys personally, but yeah,
Bro, I remember when people wanted Chad Kelly to start, dude,
I
because
worked with like
he had a good preseason game
yeah,
against the third stringers, and everybody was like, "Oh my god!"
I worked with the dude and he was like, bro, the Colts are dumb if they don't start Chad Kelly. I was like, oh yeah, let's start Chad Kelly. See how fast that gets us. See how we
Yeah,
go
bro,
0-16 on the year. Sign me
that shit
up.
was funny. This shit was
Dave
so
is
funny.
saying here, I say we're screwed as long as the AFC participation banner is there. The girls need to rip it down. It's a jinx.
I agree. I agree.
Oh
Darn it.
no, I kind of, I mean, I get where you're coming from, Dave. I think the participation banner kind of like, it's a little weird, because when you got one of those, you really don't need a participation banner.
Right. Yeah.
But I will say, I think the jinx is different though. I think the curse is that Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck have not forgiven this franchise, and that's why we are cursed.
If you talk to Luck, he says
No,
he has no
Devin.
hard feelings.
No,
No, no,
no,
yes, he
I think
does,
he
bro.
definitely does because
Until you see them go
look at
to the
who he hired at
games.
Stanford.
Oh yeah,
So it clearly wasn't Frank Wright as a problem.
no, not that.
It was definitely deeper than that.
Yeah, no, I truly think until you see like Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck start going to games, they're hanging out at the franchise, they're coming
Oh,
around
good
all the
luck.
time.
Good
I
luck.
truly, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I
bro,
think we're
you
truly
only
cursed.
ever see Peyton in Denver. Like
exactly, bro. He's going to Pacers games before he goes to fucking Colts games.
Well, I
Like,
mean, wouldn't you though? Like quality of product, bro.
no,
Quality of product.
no,
That's fair. That's
no.
fair.
I
Like,
mean, if you're staying away because the team is bad, then I get it. But it's like we had one bad year. Like, if your team is on the edge of the playoffs, why wouldn't you support? Like, if your team just drafted a new quarterback, like if you're Andrew Luck, why wouldn't you go there and be like, "Hey, Anthony, like I think you should do this, and that, blah blah blah, whatever." But
well,
like,
Luck is hurt. I think Luck is still hurt because he got booed
I
off
want to
the
say,
field.
I want to say even Luck was at Pacers games.
Yeah, he
Was
came. He
Like,
came back and did a whole.
like
He did a whole segment at Barstool, and then I think he was on McAfee here recently too, and stopped at a Pacer game during the playoffs. So yeah,
I'm telling you, bro, until Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck forgive the Colts, we are like dead in the water, bro. Like
I
we
think
are
that's valid.
like unless if there was just some kind of blessing that we got that AR could stay healthy,
Arch Manning, it's the blessing.
turn into a guy like and like actually just break it by being that good. Like I truly just it's
No,
just that's
it's
it.
called Arch Manning. He's gonna come back and save the Colts, bro.
It's the
Arch
Manning.
Manning. Arch Manning's gonna come back and save the Colts, and break the curse of his uncle and Andrew. It's gonna
And see,
happen.
for all the fans that actually believe that, I think it's actually going to be absolutely hilarious. Just imagine a year or two from now, right? Say we
Yeah,
got the number one pick in the draft. Arch Manning is there. We're the number one pick, and just imagine the reports coming out saying that Peyton Manning is swearing that his nephew will request that the Colts not draft him.
bro. If I'm Arch, I want no part of Indianapolis. Like straight up, I want no part of Indianapolis. If that's how it plays out, if I'm him, I avoid the two cities I refuse to go to are Denver and or Indianapolis. If I'm Arch, I want no because those are impossible cities to live up to. The expectation, oh, you'll never be as good as your uncle. Like even when he plays well, there'll always be someone you're never going to be good enough. So if I'm him, hey, don't draft me. I'm gonna pull Eli and trade me.
Yeah, but I mean that's pretty much any quarterback at this point.
Yeah, but I mean, besides AR getting shit on for literally no reason, like I've never seen a quarterback get more hate than AR for no reason. I kind of feel like any other quarterback that's came in here hasn't had those whispers that oh you'll never be as good as Luck or you'll never be as good as Manning.
No, but I truly feel like any quarterback that we take in the top five is going to get that kind of criticism.
Oh, absolutely,
And
absolutely,
any quarterback,
maybe.
it's just going to be for the rest of time, which is why I say all the time that Colts fans don't deserve crap. But that's just me.
I also think that the other quarterbacks that we've had here didn't get all those whispers because I think everyone knew that they weren't like a permanent fix. They were just a
Right.
band-aid. And then AR was drafted first round, so the expectations were
To
a little
fix
bit
everything.
high. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like people didn't give him time. And then the time that he did have, he's been hurt. So it's like really, I don't know.
It's the roller coaster everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like,
Just go
yeah,
trade for Jordan Love. Go just Ballard. Go be Ballard and trade for Jordan Love and be like, all right, I got my guy, and we're gonna rock with J Love, and the rest is history. Just
the funny thing about that is because there were reports that came out that he wanted to draft Jordan Love, and everybody laughed at Ballard and said he was stupid for that. But now it's like, oh look,
yeah, no, yeah.
I didn't want to draft Jordan Love.
Oh, I did. I loved him out of Utah State. I thought he was gonna be legit.
I remember we started doing the show back then when he
Yeah,
came out in the draft. I think that was like our first year and our first
yeah.
draft year that we did the show, and I remember everybody saying Jordan Love, and I was like, no, and they were like, well, look at his stats, and I was like, yeah, but look at the competition that guy played in college.
Yeah.
yeah, who
Reason
knows?
people hate or because. Well, yeah, yeah, Nathan. I mean, AR kind of brought some of the heat onto himself
He's
by
young.
tapping out. But
No,
yeah,
that's not even true. It was before the tap out.
true,
It
true.
was
That
before
only
the
added
tap out.
that only added more to
The hate
the
went all
norm.
the way back to his 50% completion percentage in college. Who are we going to draft, him or Will Levis? All of that crap. This hate has been there since before.
Yeah.
Like it was. It was like you had half of the fan base divided before he even put on a uniform. So this
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
before he even got his name called on draft day, we were
yeah.
divided.
This was. I mean, again, like I said, when I go back to that draft day, I didn't even like. I said AR should have stayed in college to get better or whatnot, and I primarily wanted him just so we didn't end up with Will Levis. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, like it was really no faith that people truly had in any quarterback outside of Bryce Young or CJ.
Yeah.
So this hate has literally just been there. Like this was,
I still think his hate is ridiculous. Like, in my opinion, I get it. He's done what he's done, and those are his actions for his own. And you can judge him for his on the field performance all you want, but like, I still think he gets overly criticized for stuff that's not his. It's out of his control. You can't control injuries. You really can't, because like, if you played scared, you play not to get hurt. You're gonna end up getting hurt. And then if you don't go out there and you don't practice, you don't play and give it 100%, then people are going to call you out and say, "Oh, he's a lazy sob," or "He's this, he's that," and that's unearned. So like, in a way, AR did he handled it the best he could. So
yeah.
I
I
just
think
don't
it's
like
just, I think it's just a tough spot when you're dealing with sports because obviously everybody knows like players play and fans want to be fans because they want to love what they see, and obviously it's tough to love what you see when a guy isn't completing over 50% of his passes or he always getting hurt and stuff like that. So fans can really only go off of what they have. So I can't completely blame fans. I don't completely blame him. I just think that like you don't have to hate somebody because they don't do what you like or what you want, and
right.
people hopefully just need to understand that a little bit better. But yeah, man. I mean, it would just be nice to be able to see one side of the football and not just kind of hope that things are going to go right. You just kind of want them to, but, kind of see where it goes from there. Y'all
I
got
don't know.
anything else, man?
I always hope the best, man. I don't care who starts at quarterback, as long as it's the better quarterback. They perform better than last year. That's all I give a shit about.
Yeah. So I'm hoping at this point. Yep. And that's another thing they just said, and AR is still younger than some of this year's QBs. I mean, yeah, he's the exact same age as I want to say Cam Ward at Tennessee just drafted. So yeah, man. I mean, it's tough. It's tough because like I would love to sit here and say I think he could take off this year. I think he can get better this year and all those things, but I honestly couldn't tell you if he's going to stay healthy. Like training camp starts in what 20 days, 10 days.
10 days. The 22nd is a Tuesday, so yeah, it starts
Yeah,
in 9 days.
yeah, it starts in 9 days, and guess what? I couldn't even tell you if 13 days from now is he still going to be healthy and be able to throw for the rest of training camp. So like that's why it's tough for me to be super optimistic about it because like I mean he's a Gator, came from Florida, now he's my quarterback. I would love for the guy to work out, but I can't sit here and lie to you guys and make up some type of
Team,
optimism.
the
I just
team, the staff doesn't even know if he's healthy.
yeah, exactly.
He's had a bunch of independent outside doctors help him with this shoulder. But I mean,
Yeah,
wouldn't you
they're
though?
What's his?
they're not
What's
they're not
Doctor?
gonna know until
It's
training camp
Ellicross.
starts.
It's the one he had the surgery with. So he just said that he needed rest, and he looks like he should be ready to go for camp. But my thing is even if he comes in ready, like I have issues with the season because it's like, say we play a game, right, or say we go through a stretch where offensive line is working out some kinks, and we're running the ball 12 times a game. How long is his shoulder going to hold up? I mean,
Yeah,
like we get to week 6 and he done
I mean,
threw he
and
done
you
threw like 250 passes.
and you got to think these kinks are gonna be weeks 1 through 4 at least that they're gonna be trying to figure this out. So
I mean, like it's tough. I
is
want to
he
give you
gonna
guys
is he gonna make it to week 6?
exactly my point. Like I want to give you guys some optimism, and want to say he can have a breakout, but it's like I don't know. I don't know. And look, Tell you what, man, I don't have a lot of positive things to say about Daniel Jones. I'm gonna just keep it honest with you guys. Like I would like for Daniel Jones to be average, I guess. But like, I mean, I'm tired of when people pull up and try and convince me that he could be this or be that. But I've seen Daniel Jones, and I'll tell you right now, if he was on any other team but mine, I'd tell you he's ass. He's a hot pack of ass. I don't know. I don't like. I just I don't know. I don't know. I just hope that either AR stays healthy, or we can get average quarterback play from him and whatnot. You know, I mean, like it would be nice if Daniel Jones can give us some of what Flacco did last year with some more mobility. That would be my main hope.
Same.
So,
Whoever the quarterback is, just be able to complete the ball vertically and hit the stuff over the middle, and I'll be happy.
just fucking stay healthy, dude. Stay
Yeah.
healthy. Stay
Yeah.
fucking healthy. Like that is like just stay healthy. Like
That's all I care
please.
about.
Like, do not have us wishing on a Riley Leonard by week 10.
Can't. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Don't want to
There's,
hear that crowd get going either.
there's people out there that have faith in him. This is insane, dude.
Gross.
It's crazy to me, dog. I don't know. I don't know. But
You know, the not being on social media is great. I don't get to see all the craziness that goes on with the fucking fan base.
I mean, it's
Bro,
been lovely. It's been lovely for me, bro. I haven't been on that much lately, but every time I click on it,
it's
every
toxic.
once in a while,
Shit,
it's
I
some
know
stuff
it
up
was.
there.
That's the whole. Part of the reason I deleted it, man. I'm
It's so toxic.
toxic,
And like
bro.
I believe that the Colts fan base is the worst out of all the 32, besides like Philadelphia and the Jets, which even then I feel like they're passionate. But like when people like
Phil-
fan bases,
Philly, Philly isn't as toxic. If I want to say there's a toxic fan base out there that might be worse than Indy, it's probably Dallas.
Indy is so bad. Like they are so toxic. And I'm like, why? We're not even good. Like, what are we this mad about? And like,
Bro, Dak Prescott will be successful and he'll get the most hate on a freaking radio show that you'll ever see.
I mean, it's nuts. And that's fair. You've lived there. But like,
Yeah,
yeah, Indy
yeah,
fans are so toxic. It's awful. It drives me up a wall.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we can get have a positive year, man, and bring some love back because that'd be
yeah. I'm just
nice.
glad I don't have to wake up at 3 a.m. to watch the games. I stopped doing that.
I know. Now you get to wake up at what 9 because you're out in Washington. 9,
Yeah,
10.
it's like 9. Yeah,
Oh,
I
Matt's on
gotta
my
find.
time now.
Yeah, when you said
Yeah.
5:15, I was like, oh wait, yeah, I am on his time.
There you go. There you go.
Because it is
And
9:45.
stay until
It's
11 o'clock.
9:45 here. So what is it? 6:45 there.
You don't
Yeah,
have to stay up till 11 o'clock no more.
nope.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, game's over by 8. There you go.
Yep.
You're actually hoping a team makes it to overtime at that point. You're like, all right, I can do 8:30.
Yeah, I can do 8:30. Shit.
Yeah, there you go.
So I like watching baseball out here. The games come on early.
Well, my dad lived out in Vegas. That's what he would do. He'd wake up and like college football. He'd wake up. It'd be on at like 9 in the morning, and he'd
Yep.
watch college football from like 9 in the morning until like 4:30 at night. And then he's
Yep.
like, well, because Hawaii's out here, like for me, like if I wanted to watch like Hawaii football, that kicks off at midnight here. He goes, kicks off at 9:30 out there. So, you can watch the late night and still get a whole
I
day of college
wouldn't. I
football.
wouldn't waste
Yeah,
my
bro.
time watching no
When I was
Hawaii
in
football.
Hawaii, dude, just to watch Colts, man, it was like 7 o'clock in the morning. I had to wake up and put the game on.
I don't
Listen,
see how you waste your time watching
bro,
Hawaii
I
football.
watch all college ball as much as I possibly can. Like working
I mean,
third shift,
I
like
truly understand, but to go
West
out of
Coast
your
ball is
way
fun.
to want to wake up early to watch Hawaii play football, I
Well, I
mean,
mean, I'm already up. I'm already up, man.
like, come on, man. That's like saying
Bro,
I'm
their
traveling
high
around to
school,
watch Sam
their
Houston
high
all
school,
year. Like,
their high schools
no,
don't even have uniforms, bro. They all got different color helmets and shit.
That's
jeez.
wild. I mean, I work third, so like I'm a vampire. I basically stay up all night. So like watching football last year, like I look, I would literally would go to work at 8 p.m. And hey, Hawaii's playing football at midnight on a Saturday. If I'm work, I watch it. If I'm here on the show with you guys, I watch it.
I
Be
mean,
done with
look,
it.
I mean,
Most
if you need some
most games
football,
I
I can
watch,
understand.
Most games I watched while I was in Korea was just the damn primetime games because they were on while I was at work.
There you go.
I believe it. Is that
All
all,
right,
boys?
boys. Y'all got anything else y'all wanted to get into?
No,
No, sir. Not
All
this
right,
week.
man. Well, appreciate everybody for hopping in with us tonight. Hope everybody has a good rest of your weekend. And as always, go Colts.
Dude.
Colt.
Second down, he fakes the Taylor, fires over the middle, completes. Pittman breaking free. Pittman, Colts retake the lead. Second down, he fakes the Taylor, fires over the middle, completes. Pittman